So interestingly, we're seeing two things, right? So one, um, everyone's panicked because their SEO traffic is decreasing constantly. They are like, yeah, this is because it used to contribute to 30, 40, 50% of the pipeline, and they would, everyone assumes that, okay, my number of conversions is proportional to the number of traffic, to the amount of traffic, and the traffic is going down, so my pipeline must also be going down. But when you look at the reality, pipeline isn't really going down. The traffic is, but pipeline isn't. And then slowly now, I think there is now starting to be an attribute. It feels like even the pipeline from SEO, like the potential of SEO, is also reducing over time. But and people are seeing all of this in their HubSpot, in the Google Search Console. They're seeing this in their Google Analytics. So in HubSpot, what people you are seeing that, okay, when I put the filter of, or let's start with in order of priority, right? When you look at your Google Search Console, what you're seeing is, oh, my impressions are almost going up, but my clicks are going down. So, okay, people aren't clicking on my stuff, and then, hey, I'll blame AI overviews. And they're right. Like, because of AI overviews, people don't need to click as much anymore. Great. That's one, right? But then very, very few people really filter on just bottom funnel stuff. They don't really do a filter beyond that. Hey, what is happening to brand? Is the same thing also happening to brand keywords? The same thing happening to different industry, like different topics that I talk about? Is the same thing happening to keywords across the stage of the funnel? Like that, I've not seen, and seen the people who are panicking or who are really looking at this. That's one thing they haven't really done. The other thing on SEO side that people are sort of seeing is, okay, that's on the Search Console side. Um, on the, let's say, analytics side, people see, oh, the traffic is going down. And same with, let's say, when they say, okay, traffic is going down, and so my MQL should also be going down in the same proportion. But hey, that's not happening. Your conversion rates seem to be spiking up quite a bit, right? Now that's happening because your brand traffic is almost like it doesn't change as much, which is okay, weird. So your CTRs on your brand isn't going down as much. So that remains the same. So now depending on your non-brand, how much traffic were you getting across non-brand, bottom funnel, top the funnel. So top the funnel is going down. Bottom the funnel is not going as low as top the funnel. So and all the conversions used to come from bottom funnel. So that's what people are seeing, but people just are looking at the whole data at one go. So they see, oh, my traffic is going down, I must be seeing a difference in pipeline. That's not really happening. Then they go to their HubSpots, or some people only see their HubSpot and say, okay, you know what? My MQLs haven't really moved as much. Or now it wasn't moving as much, and now they're seeing it actually move down in MQLs. But that's probably happening because your attribution is not that great anymore. And looking at attribution, a lot more of the attribution starts breaking. Like AI mode attribution isn't as good as Google search normal with AI mode here. That attribution is breaking a little bit. People get all their answers, and that's what, if you look at search behavior, a lot of the steps would just get you people who would say, you know what, I need to learn some stuff, even in bottom funnel. Like, let's say I'm right now looking for, we run an agency, we run Chosenly. So maybe someone would first say, okay, you know what, let me first compare agencies. They would come to our website to compare agencies. Now with AI mode, AI overviews, ChatGPT, all of that, people aren't doing that as much. That first visit went away. But if you do a good enough job, the information that's get portrayed about you gets pulled up from the same resources that you want people to read. So indirectly, people are still consuming the same content. So that is happening, right? So anyway, SEO seems to be going down naturally over time, and people are panicking. Whereas ChatGPT, Perplexity, all of that on its own, traffic is increasing by 15-20% month on month. And if there is a month, I think 2 months ago, there was a dip in at least in the B2B space, there was a dip in traffic, then people panic. Oh, why is it not growing? But the problem with that statement is that, hey, you never did anything to make it grow in the first place, which is growing on its own, and now it stopped growing. It's like, so people shouldn't have taken credit for it to grow, and so then you don't have to take the blame for it to not grow, It's just something that is happening. It's not because of you. It's not like, yeah, in spite. It's in spite of anything that you're doing, right? And so there are very few brands that are using good tools like Chosenly to actually make a difference, or working with agencies like Spear Growth to, you know, do things that can actually actively make it grow. They are able to see a much higher pace of growth than others, and are able to get a larger market share than others, but that's naturally happening.
So why do you think there is so much of change? What's causing it?
I think we covered a few of these things, right? So I think I think before AI overviews, I always said that, every, at least in the B2B space, every people would like, SEOs in general panic every time there is a Google update, like core updates. People would panic and they would say, okay, what is changing? What is this change, that change, all of that stuff. There will be a lot of discussions there. I've always said that, hey, Google has never changed. It just has always wanted to do a few things. It just, with every core update, gets better at showing better content, looking at better websites, avoiding spam, avoiding people who are trying to game the system. So it just gets better. Now, for the first time ever, AI overviews actually was a true update of Google, is the way I like to think about it. That happened. And now, right after that, when people are still not haven't figured out how to deal with AI overviews, now Google has released AI mode, has already made AI overviews more mainstream, and has released AI mode, which in fact, if you look at the UI of Google, have you seen it? Have you seen the Google search UI where AI mode shows up? I'll quickly just share my screen, right? So, um, anyway, this is what Google search looks like for me, right? Now, if I was a person, I am much more likely to click on this button because of just where it is in the UI than this button.
Yeah.
So, the way they've changed the UI, AI mode has a lot more importance than it should have. Like, I didn't expect it to be like given so much importance so early on. So all of these things are changing in SEO, and this changing it really, really fast. And on the LLM side, yeah, like things change all the time. Just now, at the time of recording this video, ChatGPT, that was is the largest LLM search platform, just completely sunset every single model in favor of ChatGPT 5, right? And then the moment they did that as part of the release, it already broke on day one. Now they're going back and fixing it. So that's happening. Then Claude keeps releasing stuff, and then there are people in China that keep releasing stuff, and then Perplexity. Those guys are doing really good work, and they're trying to compete against these beasts. And then there are entire nations that are, I think, ChatGPT is giving its entire thing to free for the US government. Perplexity gave their entire thing basically for free to everyone with an Airtel subscription in India. So there are platforms that are doing all of this where the adoption is going all over the place. So yeah, in LLM space, yeah, everything is changing. It's changing really fast. Uh, I think I would almost say faster than the search war time, right? Like where there was Google, there was Bing, there was Byte. There was a lot of other folks back then. It's changing faster than it was changing then, just because of the way the nature of the both the funding environment, the maturity of the markets, how used to people are to search platforms, right? The nature of the platform themselves. It's changing a lot faster. But yeah, things are moving fast by default there. And then for SEO, also for after I think decades, things have actually started moving, and now people don't know what to do.
Okay, perfect.